You want someone to accompany you, Mataji, to Kirtan?
Yes, please. Oh, hang on. Yeah. Would anyone want to accompany me? It's our usual prayer today.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can I follow you, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. It would be lovely.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yes. संसारदावा नललीधलोका त्राणय कारुण्य घनाघनत्वम्
संसारदावा नललिधलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य घनाघनत्वम्
प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
प्राप्तस्य कल्याण गुणार्णवस्य वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाद्यान् मनसोरसेना
महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्रमाद्यान् मनसोरसेना
रोमाञ्चकम्पाश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
रोमाञ्चकम्पाश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनादो
श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनादौ
युक्तस्थभक्तांश्च नियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
युक्तस्य भक्तांश्च नियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वाद्वन्नातृप्तन् हरिभक्तसङ्घान्
चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादा स्वादन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्घान्
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजतु सदैव वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
श्रीराधिका माधव्योरपार माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नाम्
श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्नाम्
Pratikshana swadanalolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
Pratikshana swadanalolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
Nikunjayo no ratikeli sidhye Yayali bhiryuktina pekshaniya
ನಿಕುಂಜಯೋ ನೋ ರತಿಕೇಳಿ ಸಿದ್ಧೈ ಯಾಯಾಲಿಭಿರ್ಯುಕ್ತಿರಪೇಕ್ಷಣೀಯ
Tatradidakshadyativalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
ತತ್ರಾತಿದಕ್ಷ್ಯಾದತಿವಲ್ಲಭಸ್ಯ ವಂದೇ ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀಚರಣಾರವಿಂದಂ
Sakshadharittvena samasta shastre Uttastata bhavyat eva sadhi
ಸಾಕ್ಷಾದ್ಧರಿತ್ವೇನ ಸಮಸ್ತಶಾಸ್ತ್ರೈರ್ ಉಕ್ತಸ್ತಥಾ ಭಾವ್ಯತ ಏವ ಶಬ್ದಿಃ
Kintu prabhuya priya eva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
किन्तु प्रभुर्या प्रिय एव तस्य वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadanagati kutopi
यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादान्न गति कुतोऽपि
Dhyayam stuvam stasya yashastri sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam
ध्यायान्स्तुवंस्तस्य यस्य त्रिसन्ध्यं वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Prabhuji, shall I do the Mangla Charan?
Yes, Mataji. So beautiful Kirtan, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Please.
Okay. Okay, I'll do it. Shri Guru Mangla Charan. Om Agnantimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sujivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishapanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Indulekha Mataji, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, Pati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. And I don't know who
Hare Krishna, Mataji, so beautiful. Thank you, so nice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Jyoti Mataji.
Sorry, who has?
Jyoti
yes,
Mataji.
Gaurangi Mataji, Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Somebody
Jyoti
from
Mataji. Jyoti Mataji.
Jyoti Mataji, yes. Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
I won't be sharing my video today, if that's okay with you. I will come later on, if you know what I mean, while I'm doing my presentation. Sorry, I feel nervous today, so if that's okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Jai Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatam aham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Parmananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Narayan Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती भक्तिम् भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय I ask for everyone's forgiveness today if I make any mistakes, and I just need your blessings. Just forgive me if I say anything wrong and correct me. Thank you all for just being here today and just supporting our Sangha. Thank you so much. So today, I'm going to share a talk about pastimes of Bharat Maharaj. Can everyone see the screen properly?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. So I chose this because I really like this pastime so much. So next to Dhruv Maharaj, this one and many others, but of course this time I chose Bharat Maharaj, and it's coming from Canto 5, chapter 7 and 8. Mostly from chapter 8, but some from chapter 7 as well. Can you see the screen all right? Yes?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay. So, let me show, let me screen, because Prabhuji, you shared, Prabhuji, would you do me a favor, please? Would you be able to share the lineage that you know, the lineage chart that you always share? Would you be able to quickly share that for me, please?
Yes,
So
Mataji.
then, yeah. Just Bharat Maharaj comes from the lineage. So if you remember last time I talked about Dhruv Maharaj, and his father was Utanpad, and Utanpad's brother is Priyavrata. So if people can see Priyavrata there, can you see Priyavrata? So Priyavrata and Utanpad are the two brothers, and Utanpad's son is Dhruv Maharaj. So Priyavrata, so this time we are going to the lineage of Priyavrata. And then he had many sons, as you can see. And so from Agnidhara, he had then also had King Nabhi and then Lord Rishabhadev. So the Lord took birth for King Nabhi. So King Nabhi and his wife. So Lord took birth with them. And then Lord Rishabhadev also had 100 sons. So Lord Rishabhadev's story is covered in same canto, chapter 5, and before that, 5 and 6. Maybe if time permits, next time, if I'm here, then I will cover that one next time. So it's a bit like prequel and sequel. So today I thought I will cover the main one, but in future, maybe the other ones, Lord Rishabhadev. So Rishabhadev had 100 sons, and the eldest one was Bharat Maharaj, and that's the story, that's the pastime we'll be covering today. And then he also had these other ones, so like Nav Yogendras, so 9 Yogendras. They were, I think, associates of the Lord, and they would just go to any planets in the universe and they would preach. So that's what they became. Lord Rishabhadev had given a lot of teachings to his son. So those teachings are covered in chapter 5. And then what happens to Rishabhadev is covered in chapter 6. But so the Nav Yogendras, that I think will be covered in another canto, 11 or something. Then he had another 9 sons who turned Kshatriyas, and then I think another 81 sons who became Brahmanas. So altogether he had 100 sons, and the eldest one being Bharat Maharaj. So Rishabhadev told all his other sons to regard Bharat Maharaj as their elder, like a lord. And then he enthroned Bharat Maharaj, gave him the kingdom. So in that time, the kingdom, it wasn't just one state or anything. It was a whole planet. And the whole planet at that time was called it was called Ajnabha Varsha. But when Bharat Maharaj took over, then the whole planet, the whole Varsha became Bharat Varsha. I think Priyavrata's pastime is also very interesting as well. You know, how he created all those islands and the seas and everything, but that's for another time. But so it's a very interesting, as you can see, these are very elevated souls taking birth from these two brothers, as you can see. So let me share my screen again, if I can. Am I sharing, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So Bharat Maharaj then married Panchajani, and I don't know if anybody is interested, but Panchajani was the daughter of Vishwarupa, and Vishwarupa was actually beheaded by Indra. And Vishwarupa then the father of Vishwarupa got angry at Indra, so he created a demon to take revenge of his son's death. And he created a demon, but that demon, Vritrasur, was a great devotee of the Lord. So Bharat Maharaj was a grahastha. He had 5 children. Is not sure it's not going down. Right. So Bharat Maharaj followed in his father's footsteps. So his father was a king as well as a lord as well. So he did both. So Bharat Maharaj became a very good king of the whole planet. And he also executed all the religious principles. So at that time, so he was both spiritual as well as he was very good at ruling the planet as well. He ruled his citizens very successfully, and he was very affectionate towards them. And he made sure that everybody followed the Varnashram Dharma, because at that time, that was the social order. And that way he could make sure that everybody was kept occupied and that they were in employment. And even when they were not in employment, at least they were doing something. So Varnashram Dharma, they followed the social order of, Brahmana. He would they would cultivate themselves and learn all the scriptures. Then he had Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, and they made sure that the spiritual order was also followed. So that way he was very good. And then he performed various yagnas as well to satisfy the Supreme Lord. So being the son of the Lord, Rishabhadev, and also Rishabhadev had imparted so many good teachings. Bharat Maharaj also became a great devotee of the Lord as well. So he would do a lot of yagnas as well. He would do many yagnas to purify the environment. There would be some sacrifices of the animals done. There were some sacrifices, some yagnas done to honor the gods, the demigods, and to ensure the cosmic order was followed. So that was called the Purnamasa Yagna. The other one was Pashu Yagna, and the other one was Agnihotra Yagna. And there were many other yagnas he would do. And he knew that, these yagnas were specially performed. There were demigods involved as well. But he knew that, the demigods are all like limbs of the Supreme Lord. So he would do that because ultimately all the yagnas are performed to satisfy the Supreme Lord. And here the verse I would like to say is the yagna dana tapa karma na tyajyaham karyam eva tat yagno danam tapaschaiva pavanani Manishinam. So any acts of sacrifice done, any charity or any penance, they should be performed, because that purifies the great soul. And then everything should be given and offered to the Lord, to the service of the Lord. So that's what he used to do. And he would offer all the results to the Lord. And that way, then his heart was freed from all material contamination. The more he did that, the more he did devotional activities. He used to meditate upon Lord Vasudev. His devotion increased day by day. And then he had an undisturbed mind. He was very self-realized, and he enjoyed his opulence for 10 million years. Now, I found that very hard to believe, but it is actually, that is what was written. It said 10,000 times 100,000. So that makes it 10 million years. And I've heard it as well that it was for 10 million years. Maybe Prabhuji can correct, but there were two sources which says 10 million years. I think in that time, people lived for many, many years, and he was one of them. And then he finished his kingly duties at some point, because obviously then he wanted to follow the Varnashram Dharma as well. So he then wanted to renounce. He divided his kingdom amongst all his 5 sons, and then he went to Pulha Ashram in Haridwar. Now, from my understanding of why he went there, is because he at Pulaha Ashram is a very elevated. It's very where all the people, I think, whoever prays over there, the Lord actually comes and gives them blessings. He comes there apparently. So Prabhuji, again, please make a note of all the things I say wrong. But over there, from what I read in this canto, in this chapter, is that Lord comes and gives his darshan to all the devotees, because it's the devotee's desire. So that's what he does. So at the ashram, and then this ashram is in Haridwar, and it's near Gandaki River, which is again a very sacred river. So he lived alone. He didn't have anybody with him. He just went alone. He ate very simply. Whatever he could find, he would eat that. And he would bathe 3 times, because that was the ritual at that time, the norm at that time. If you remember, even Bharat Maharaj was advised to bath 3 times. So this is the way it was at that time. And then because he was alone, and living in an ashram, totally isolated. He was not distracted by any of his prestige designations, because he was a king. He had lots of opulence, but he was not distracted by any of that. And he continued with his devotional service to the Lord. And then his heart was completely uncontaminated, and then he did not desire for any material enjoyment. So here he also displayed, because the more he did his devotional service, the more he did not desire for any material enjoyment. He would offer, the way he would offer was just like Dhruv Maharaj did as well. Whatever he could find, he would offer it to the Lord. So the verse there is the Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. That was over there. So whatever, so Lord would say, just whatever you offer me, just offer it with devotion, and I will accept it. And then he would then meditate on the lotus feet of the Lord. He would recite all the mantras from the Rig Veda, and the Gayatri mantra was there, because he would aim at the Lord Narayan within the sun. So that's what he would do. That was his activity in the ashram. So you can see, the reason for mentioning all this is because you can see how elevated he was spiritually, that you would be surprised how someone could fall from this. Such an elevated position. So here, Bharat Maharaj, the main story then happens that one day, so while he was doing his usual, he was sitting by the banks of the river, Across the river, he saw there was a deer who was pregnant. The deer was just drinking water, but behind the deer, there was a lion. So the lion roared, and when the lion roared, the deer got really scared, and the deer got scared and then jumped in distress. The deer got very distressed and then jumped, and then she aborted, miscarried rather. So the baby came out while she jumped, and the baby fell into the river. And she then went across the river, but because she was so distressed, she was away from her flock. She was alone. She just was in distress. She gave her life away. So she died in a cave. And meanwhile, the little baby was swept in this river. So Bharat Maharaj saw all that, and then quickly went in and rescued the deer. So you can see that Bharat Maharaj brings the deer to his ashram. And then he thought that this baby is so helpless, has lost its mother, has got no relatives, and doesn't know anyone but me. And I have become the father, I have become the mother, I have become the relative. The deer has full faith in me, doesn't know anyone but me. I will raise and protect it. And how can I neglect it? And it's a helpless person. So whoever is a helpless and wants to take shelter, that cannot be neglected. That would be a great fault. I cannot neglect this baby dear. So it was all about I, me, all the time. So here it says that prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashah ahankara vimodhatma kartaham iti manyate. So he thought that it was everything was, he centered everything on him. He thought he was the master of of this rather than the Lord. He didn't see himself as a servant. He saw himself as a master. So then he brought the baby, as you can see, in his ashram, and then he was like feeding grass, protecting from all the wild animals. He would pat the little baby deer all the time. When it was itchy, it showed a lot of affection to the deer. He would kiss the deer, lay down with it. He would give him a bath and even eat with him and carry it on his shoulder, take him wherever he would go, put it on his lap, and he kept on his chest while sleeping. So he did exactly like a parent would do to a little baby. He just did all that. And then, so this is the false sense of doership that we talked about. So, and basically it was all like me, doesn't know anyone but me, full faith in me. I should raise and protect and fondle it. I cannot neglect it, and so on. So it was all about that. Then the distractions started to come in because he got more and more attached. So he got more and more attached to all the antiques. So because it's like a little toddler. The toddler would get up to all these little funny things. So the deer would do that, and it would really entertain Bharat Maharaj quite a lot. And he would find a great pleasure as well in watching. And it's just like any childish behavior someone does. The parent would enjoy watching their child get up to all this. No good really, but yeah, so that's how he started to get distracted. And then he would be worshipping the Lord, but sometimes his activities, so you can see he's doing the yagna, but his eyes, his face is towards the deer, and he would not pay attention there. And he would get distracted. So his activities would remain unfinished. and he would get up at intervals. He would keep on get up at intervals to look for the calf. And so in this way, his attachment and attraction to the deer started to increase. And then his concentration started to get affected. And then his mind would get restless as well. So, the verse Bhogeshwarya Prasaktanam Taya Partha Chetasham Vyavasaya Atmika Buddhi Samadhavana Vidyate. So because he could not concentrate, that determination, that one focused, that point wouldn't come to him, he would get all distracted. And he started to forget doing his sadhana. He started to sacrifice all his regulative principles he wouldn't do. He would simply take care of all the animal, and he would worship, and he stopped his worship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then he could see that he would always make sure that the deer was comfortably situated. His heart and mind would always be satisfied, and he would bestow blessings on the deer as well. So always something or the other, it would always be that. And the yagna and dana that he was supposed to do, that I quoted earlier in the first couple of slides, the same one where it says you should not let go of your yagna dan tapasya, he started to let go of the same thing that he never did before. So now he was doing all that. Then he would, when he would not see the deer as well, he would get very agitated. He would become unhappy, anxious, and he would start lamenting, and he would become very illusioned as well. So one day the deer did leave, and then he started blaming himself that I think I've done something wrong. It's because of me that the deer has left. Where could the deer be? He would look at the moon, he would see some shadows, and he would think of the deer because it would remind him, some shadows on the moon would remind him of the ears of the deer, and he would think, oh, my dear, oh, moon, please look after the deer wherever you are. And, he would just start blaming himself that what have I done wrong? Has the deer been eaten by a wild animal, and so on. He was overwhelmed with too much lamentation, because he became so much attached to that deer. And then his heart got wounded, that I think I have got no pious asset. He started talking like that I think I have done something, I must have done wrong in my previous life. I've got no pious assets left, and my heart is wounded. And then he would look outside his little hut, and if he saw the footprints of the deer, he would say to Mother Earth, oh, you are so lucky, you have got the footprints and I haven't. That kind of feeling he started to get. So you can see that he was almost like becoming, in fact, it's written in there as well, that he was speaking like a madman, because he forgot how to act or to speak as well. And then due to the anxiety, he was also addressing the deer as his son, and the separation was really burning him. And then that separation, then he left the soul left his body. He died. And just at the time of death, he saw the deer was sitting next to him. That's how he imagined. He saw that the deer was sitting next to him, and then consequently he died and got the body of the deer. So here, in the chapter 8, verse 6, it says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam त्यज्यति अन्ते काले वरम tam tam evati konteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. So whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain. So we come across, King Canto 4 also, I think, has a story of King Puranjana, and that happened to him as well, because he was totally obsessed with his wife. And when he left his body, he came back as a woman in his next life. So, but the Lord was very merciful. As you can see, that Lord intervened so that Bharat Maharaj could rectify his mistake. So why did the Lord take mercy here? Because it says in chapter 7.17 that one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best, for I am very dear to him and he is very dear to him. So Bharat Maharaj, because he used to do a lot of activities in before when he was a king, and even when he was in the forest as well, he became very dear to the king, to the Supreme Lord. Just like Amrish Maharaj as well, because the Lord protected Amrish Maharaj, as you can remember, when Durvasa Muni was angry at him, and they created a demon to kill him. So the Lord protected him with his Sudarshan Chakra. And same here as well. In this one, the Lord intervened, because the Lord actually then wanted Bharat Maharaj to rectify his mistake, because he was so almost there, he was so elevated. So then he gave him the body of a deer, but he still gave him the remembrance. So in that remembrance, then Bharat Maharaj remembered everything. And he then became very focused. He knew that he had made a mistake in his previous life as Bharat Maharaj. So he didn't want to make the same mistake again. So he was in an animal body, but not in animal consciousness. And he remembered everything. And he repented as well, because he knew that he had made mistakes. So he repented. He became anxious, because now that he knew what his mistake was, he wanted to come out of the deer body. So he then went to Pulaha ashram again, and then even as in a deer body, he did a spiritual. He advanced himself spiritually. So again, then he came back as a human form in the life after. So you can see that Krishna does not give up affection for his devotees. He loves his devotees. He just wanted to give him a chance. So the reasons for the fall down. So the reasons for the fall down is because of over attachment and attraction to the deer. So here let me find the verse. So dhyayato vishayan pumsa sangash teshu upajayate sangat sanjayate kamat krodha vijayate. So sometimes the attachment, too much attachment, where the person then becomes, they lose track of what they're doing, that attachment from lust develops. So here the lust obviously was towards the deer. And from the lust, anger arises. Even though there was no anger here, yet it caused him delusion, and it caused him to lose his intelligence. So it says that anger leads to delusion. Delusion causes loss of memory. And when memory is lost, intelligence is destroyed. And when that happens, one falls down. So that's what happened to him. So what it is that we can show attachment to people or to things, but there has to be a limit to it. Over attachment is not good. And then we have to beware that Maya can attract us at any time. It happens even through compassion. So he was overly compassionate. Now, and he neglected his spiritual duties, and there was no other devotee around to pull him up when he was sleeping. So he was alone, as you can see. There was no other association for him. So he could not be picked up, because, when people make mistakes, if there are devotees around, at least then they are pulled up. And then he forgot that he would not be able to elevate the deer to spiritual consciousness. That's actually written. I think Prabhuji did mention this verse. So Gurur na sa syat, swa janano na syat, pita na sa syat, janani na sa syat. So like father, mother, your relatives, your guru, your demigods, no one can, if you are not, you should never become that if you cannot deliver anyone from the path of repeated birth and death. And in this case, he wouldn't have been able to deliver the deer from that. So so you may invest in certain people, but sometimes they may not have the ability to reciprocate. So also the reason also for this fall down is also that it teaches us as a lesson as well, that we should never let go of things, of our spiritual duties. So it's there to teach us as well. A lot of the pastimes are there because it's to teach us something. So from this pastime as well, we have to learn lessons. So the lessons for our practical life, that we have to be cautious all the time, because mind can change even after years in Krishna consciousness. Sometimes the mind does wobble. I do get a wobble sometimes, but people who have been in Krishna consciousness for many years, even they sometimes wobble. So, who are our dears and what are our dears? Can anyone say? Who do you think are our dears?
Our family?
Yes, family. What else could be our dear?
Money, position,
Money, position.
yeah, my family, everything.
Yes, and phone.
Desires,
Phone,
Mataji.
my
Phone, WhatsApp. So,
Desires also, Mataji. Our desires.
desires, yes. So I will share the screen. I just wanted to quickly finish this. I just wanted to share something else. But yeah, so the lessons to learn from here are to always observe our rules and regulations, our 4 regulative principles, and then Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Even if we can do even that, so Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantascha Dhradavrataha. So that always, because that will take us to the Lord. I mean, obviously, like Ambrish Maharaj did all the Navdha Bhakti. But even if we can even do this constantly, even that would help. Obviously, the more we do, the better, really. But yeah, so, then minimum of 16 rounds, because it acts like a protection. And then a good practice is to rise early, have a bath, attend do our arati, offer obeisances to the lordships and our guru, worship properly, study literatures, cook and offer on and honor prasadam, and always be in association of the devotees all the time. So sadhu sangha, sarva shastre kaya lava matra sadhu sangha sarva siddha hoy. So that it reminded me of Prabhuji today, because it says a lava is 1/11 of a second. So Prabhuji has been working very hard doing all those time things for us. So it said that. So even a moment, even just that 1/11 of even a second, that lava matra association of a pure devotee is so beneficial. And then develop higher taste. So Ram Lala Prabhuji, we talked about higher taste just few days ago. Always, whatever we are doing, always think of Krishna all the time and do activities for Krishna. If you want to eat something, cook something that Krishna likes, read something, just to always, rather than watching something silly or reading something, which is of no benefit, or always read scriptures, watch something which is, beneficial. So always develop higher taste. And then when you realize you're slipping, do something about it, because there has to be a traffic light signal as well. Because sometimes we, due to certain circumstances, we may maybe drop our sadhana a little bit, but always come back on track again. Always realize that, sometimes you say, oh, well, it's only once, or, oh, it's only 2 times, and that 2 times will become 4 times and 6 times and so on. So never let go. Always have that traffic light where you realize that, oh, this is now has turned into amber, and amber might turn into red. And then be alert of Maya, because, like Sukdev Goswami didn't even want to come out of his mother's womb because he was so afraid of Maya. And then it was only because when he was reassured that he came out. And then just some examples that I had written somewhere. So Guru Dhruv Maharaj, because he got he fought quite a lot. If you remember, I covered that he fought the yakshas to. He kept on killing the yakshas. He kept on and on and on until the grandfather, Swayambhu Manu, had to come and alert him. So then he came back on track. Who else was there? So people do come back on track, but otherwise, like Sobari Muni, he went to meditate. He was meditating in the river, but yet when he saw the 2 fishes copulating, he completely turned the other way, where he wanted to marry and enjoy his other sensual life. So there was no one with him. So always be very alert of Maya, and always be in the association of devotees. Yes, I think. And then what I found interesting was there was a message given in the purports of 30 and 31. So no one should be captivated by his birthplace and family. One should take the shelter of the association of devotees and cultivate Krishna consciousness. Association is very meaningful. Therefore, ISKCON tries to perfect one who enters the society. The members of this society should always remember that the society is not like a free hotel. I found that right, like strong message was given there. All the members should be very careful to execute their spiritual duties, so that whoever comes will automatically become a devotee and will be able to return back to Godhead in this very life. And then if one purposefully falls victim to sense gratification, he has to be punished, at least for 1 lifetime. So those are the strong messages that I got from the purpose. And yes, thank you very much. I think I might have gone slightly over time, but forgive me for that. Yes, thank you very much. Any questions? I think there was something I wanted to share. If I can quickly, I don't know whether I got that. Yes, so in here, I think we might have covered, I'm not sure, obviously, I don't remember too well. But in the verse 2, it says, does anyone want to read this? Rather than me doing all the talking. One devotee reads text 2 and another one text 3, please.
Yeah.
Ramlala Prabhuji 2 and Meena Mataji 2, 3.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Okay. Text 2. Once devotional service is spoiled, when he becomes too entangled in the following 6 activities: eating more than necessary or collecting more fun than required. Number 2, over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to obtain. Number 3, talking unnecessary about mundane subjects matter. Number 4, practicing the scriptural rules and regulation only for the sake of following them and not for the sake of spiritual advancement or rejecting the rules and regulations of the scriptures and working independently or homesically. Number five, associating with worldly minded persons who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. And finally, number six, being greedy for mundane achievement. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Meena Mataji, you want to read text 3, please?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of pure devotional service. First one is being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to regulative principles such as Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna. Number 5 is avoiding the association of non-devotees, and number 6 is following in the footsteps of the previous acharyas. There are these 6 principles undoubtedly assure the complete success of pure devotional service.
Thank you, Mataji. So, I mean, as you can see, what is favorable and what is not favorable. Obviously, we have to start letting go of what is not favorable, and then always endeavor to work towards what is favorable. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So beautifully presented. Very wonderful, Mataji. Okay, so shall open this. So the first concept is the attachment to this metalor jhaito vishyan pumsah sangaste upajayate sangat sanjayate kamaha kamad krodho abhijayate. So that is where raga dvesha. One is the raga, is what Bharat Maharaj got attached to. That is the raga. Another one is the dvesha. Vitaraga bhai krodha manmayama upashitaha. Instead of Bharati Maharaj coming to Krishna and focusing on the yajnas and the tapasya and Vishnu, just got attached. Raga has been diverted. This is Tesham Pramatto Nidhanam. Pramatto, this is just being lenient to the duties, day-to-day duties he has to do. Okay, so thank you so much, Mataji. It is very wonderful, very clear, and exactly presented. Everyone's time is so precious. This is, yes, Mataji, I like your presentation. Thank you so much. We open the floor for the devotees to question and share their reflections. So maybe we'll give the first option for the new devotees first to ask questions. Okay. Dear devotees, any questions you wanted to ask? Kindly ask, or anything is taking your mind, kindly share, or you wanted to share any pastime or reflection, kindly do so. Okay, we'll go by the names. I think devotees. Okay, start with alphabetical order. We'll ask Anu Mataji. Hare Krishna, Anu Mataji. Thank you for being with us. Any reflections, Mataji, from your side? Just if you are listening and relishing the katha, that is all right. But you can simply say, okay, you are just listening. That's fine. Okay, Mataji is not available. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you for joining us. You wanted to share any reflections or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It's a wonderful class, really. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yep, very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Gauri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna Mataji. This is very nice class, Mataji. And you explained very nicely. Prabhuji said nice and clear, Mataji. And you always give to class very nicely. Then I cannot say is understand too easy to understand, Mataji. Hare Krishna, very nice class, Mataji. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Because I don't understand myself too, so I keep it simple.
No. It's very nice topic, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. We shall move on. Gayatri Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Jai Mataji. So wonderful, wonderfully presented. So many beautiful slides, as well as all the connections which you made with Bhagavad Gita and all the shlokas, which is very, very beautiful, Mataji. Very nicely explained in detail.
Just need
Thank
to
you,
learn them
Mataji.
now.
No, Mataji. I have no questions, Mataji. It was a beautiful class. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Indulekha Mataji, please. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, dear devotees, please can you accept my humble obeisances or go to very nice class, Jai Mataji, as usual, meticulously prepared, and lots of examples that we can take here to put in our daily life, you know. So we are gathered here on this platform. We are listening to Bhagavatam Katha, which is relished by everyone. Example can we take from here? What kind of life can we take from here? We have this misconception that I am a devotee, I am going to go back to Godhead. Or we are devotees, we are trying to be devotees. Now look at the great personality, Bharath Maharaj. And Jai Mataji, you did a great job linking to all the most of the examples from different shastras like Bhagavad Gita, notes, right? But do we think we're going to get, let alone go with Godhead, are we sure to get another human birth? It's not a question, it's just a reflection. If everybody can reflect on it, we are full of many in our daily life, unknowingly. Say, okay, I'm telling lies, nobody can know about what is the truth. That is another also, right? And the association of the devotees, this is the thing. Just like we know in Maharaj, he also went to the forest alone. He became an elephant. Maharaj went in the forest on his own, alone. He became a deer. Here among devotees, we know what species we will go in. So this is a thing for all of us to take on board and practice sincerely. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for your nice reflections and comments. Thank you so much. Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Danvat Pranam. Yeah, it was really wonderful class. And yeah, one thing we have learned, especially that it's very important association. Otherwise, Bharat Maharaj, who has materially left everything, but still he was alone, and he was just attached with the deer. So it's if he is with the devotion, with the devotee and other, then he will not fall on. And afterwards, he also realized his mistake. When he become human in Brahman, birth in Brahman, then he has also become is it what you said? King Rahugana has made him a guru, and then all this story. But yeah, as association is very important, so which we are doing every day. So yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Yes, this is Savattama Shloka. Mahan Mukachito Bhavam Buddha Sudha Kananilaha Smurtim Punar Vismurta Tatwatmanam Kuyoginam no Vitrati Alam Varaihi. To the Maharaj in his prayers, he mentioned Smritim Punar Vismurta Tatwatmanam. When we are with the devotee, they will always remind us, okay, what is you? So you chant, follow the regulative principles. Okay, somewhere or other come here, associate with the devotees. Okay, this is Smritim Punarvismrita Tattvatmanam. Okay, this is Tarati Ayat Nena Dhrutyayam Tamaha. Otherwise, it is very difficult to cross this material ascents. Again, Dhruv Maharaj reflection. So, Prudh Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, they all, and Krishna, so many things. Just sharing the same message, different devotees sharing, praying to the Lord, to have devotees association. Thank you so much, Meena Mataji. Very beautiful. Move on to next step. Pativyas Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Jai Mataji. That was a wonderful presentation. Mataji, thank you for that. I love the way you cross-referenced through the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. And that kind of helped us link together various points. And I find that if an exalted devotee like Bharat Maharaj can fall down into that material attachment, then what does it say about us? And so, I mean, that kind of dragged me back to again what you stated was the 4 lines of that Srila Prabhupada reminds us: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. So I just, to drag ourselves back from that material kind of hankering, if we associate with devotees, if you kind of think about Krishna, speak about Krishna, hear about Krishna, all those things that kind of matter so much. So for me, that was a huge takeaway. So thank you for that, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And everything is actually because of Prabhuji, because we are learning from him. It's not me doing things. It's because he empowers us to do well. So it's to our Prabhuji.
Mataji, I'm just still learning. We have got Ramlala Prabhuji, Sita Sundari Mataji, our senior devotees, Meena Mataji, Usha Mataji, all are in the Lekha Mataji, our inspirations. Thank you, Mataji. We shall move on to next. Pavan Prabhuji is listening. Okay, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for a wonderful class. I have nothing to say. Thank you for reminding us again. We have to remember Krishna all the time and regulate the principles and as much as we can. It's really nice reminder. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Not easy, but we have to try. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, Ramlala Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. You presented very nicely, wonderfully. The slides was very, very with actually is a scientific way of presentation. It's really very nice. So what can I say? It's a lot of information you gave on this slide. Just I can add little thought, or will I add any question? What do we do, or both you will allow? Yeah.
Prabhuji?
Yeah. Will I add a little comment, or will I?
Of course,
Yes,
of course.
yes,
Yeah. You don't even have to ask. You just tell us.
Yes. And maybe afterward I have a question actually. So deer, actually you gave the whatever the consequence of deer and Bharat Maharaj. Actually deer, the 4 letters. First letter is actually distraction from devotion. Actually, first letter actually. And E for emotion attachment, because this is emotional attachment. And third letter E for actually end of life examination. Jam jam vapi. So end of life examination. And fourth one, final R for remind to remain fixed in Krishna consciousness. So I can recap also another way, maybe. Said first D for actually in the another way, actually danger of subtle attachment, because it is mind attachment. And E for even great devotee can be tested. Here Bharat was great devotee, he was tested. And third letter E for actually every thought matters. Every thought matters. Even some, who was falling down, who once was the Azamil also. Every thought has matter. Even Azamil has a good intention to picking up flowers, only seeing, and he fall down. So, and also there's another consequence, I will not go back. So that one. And last letter R for is remember Krishna always. And it is also Mahaprabhu instruction. Always remember and never forget. So this is the dear. Dear, you asked actually dear in our life. So this is also very important for us to understand, to realize. Only one moment Sita and Ram during in the forest, and at that time only one moment Sita mentioned, bring the deer, this is another kind of deer, bring the deer. Focusing, instead of focusing Lord Ram, only that moment deviation from Ram, and the another consequence we know that. So that is also very important in our life. Whatever we are telling, whatever we are doing, whatever we are practicing, is very careful about it. Mindful, always we mentioned, it is very mindful. Mind has matter. So that is also, this is our life is a golden deer. We are looking for golden deer, focusing for golden deer. Or otherwise, in the Bharat Maharaj, whatever he has, compassionate to deer. So this is maybe, it's maybe argument. People can say, oh, why we should not be very kind, very merciful to animal or not. So actually, I can go actually another way. So what do you think? Do we have to compassionate to the animal or not? And second question actually is side by side. Uh, why Bharat Maharaj? You have already mentioned very nicely, but why Bharat Maharaj was deviation from his main purpose? Why? Hare Krishna Mataji.
So everyone has got a, well, Prabhuji will have to come into this. Even animals have soul in them, and so we have to be compassionate to them. But here it's saying that over compassionate, because the deer would not have raised itself to any spiritual platform. So that's what it says, that then it's no point in spending too much time and effort on someone who's not going to raise, because then you are looking too much at their bodily comforts rather than your spiritual practices. So you are focusing too much of your time there when they are not then going to elevate themselves. You will not be able to elevate them. So that's my understanding, but Prabhuji will have to come on that. The second question was, why did he? So of course, he got too much attached. Is that what you are trying to ask me, or I don't know what?
Yes,
Yes, too much attachment, overly attachment, and then not raising yourself higher enough or not spiritually enough. You are then getting distracted because of over attachment to someone, where you are always focusing on other things or other people, and then not doing your own spiritual practices. But Prabhuji, please help me.
Actually, yeah. Sorry, Prabhuji, please go ahead. Sorry.
Just association, Prabhuji. So Mataji can speak on that.
On association.
Yes, Mataji. So I mean, devotees. He didn't have devotees association.
Yeah. So devotees, they are always there to, to guide. So I would give my own example that, I've learned so much from this group alone. All the devotees in this group have helped me in one way or the other. And because of them that, I'm be able to speak even a little bit. But, and if I was doing something wrong, if there was no one around me, then I would just do my own, my own whimsical things and get up to no good, really. But if somebody is there, like, devotees in the temple or even from the Sangha, even that helps. Because they are vanchakalpa tarubhyascha, that's what I call them. They always fulfill the desires. They always are there to guide and help. I don't know, Prabhuji, you have.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Thank you. This is also actually his answer, because you mentioned is a higher taste. Higher taste cannot come automatically. So everything we have, our life, many things, many thought, many work, many tasks we have. So we have to find out what is higher taste. Which one is my priority? So Bharat Maharaj did not consider his priority. What was his priority? So he was thinking only me, only me, only me. It is for me and mine, no one else. So it was coming, Maya is coming tested to him. So that's why my point was, dear, one is actually the higher elevated devotee can be tested. So we are, in that case, we are very simple. Personal me. So that is higher test we have to understand. It is not coming jump by, that is, you mentioned, is my, I am giving this time, this is also very higher test. You are getting higher test. But some people can close this door. They can close the door. I don't have other things to do. So if how priority will come depends on my taste, my sukriti. If no sukriti, I cannot come this thing. I cannot associate. I cannot do this thing. I can do other things, materially absorbed. So actually, Bharat Maharaj, the point was, he was not giving priority. What was his priority has to be first priority. What was? So he could not discriminate my first priority or who is on my second or third or last. So this was, in our life, we make mistake to give our priority. So that is also consequent. And even as a devotee, they are doing, even they can do mistake. And materially, myself also, I confused who is on my first priority. So this is going on. So this is actually main reason. Actually, we are learning from Bharat Maharaj. What it is, Krishna is giving us lesson. Lord Krishna is giving. Even Bharat Maharaj was all going down, but Krishna gave us chance. Always gives, helping us. And in the next life, he was very careful, even dear body. And Afterward, he was actually as a very normal person. Even he has ignorant person. People think he has no knowledge, nothing. So this is also another part, another life. So that's why we consider people, whatever the materially, the bodily way of thinking, bodily way. So when the Jor Bharat was in the next life, a simple person. When people, uh, they don't respect him. He was like an animal, same as deer. But when he gave lesson to a king, Raghuva, so then he realized he was very spiritually very advanced. So that's why in our life, sadhu, we have to understand how much we have to pay attention. How it's not coming suddenly, because how much we are giving respect to them, how much we are very careful about in our spiritual life, in spiritual life, then it can come. Then it can mercy will come. So you have to consider everything. So thank you, Mataji. You gave also very nicely. This bring us this point, and you gave lot of connection about this link with that. Really, really amazing, and very amazing. I enjoyed and I learned many things. Thank you, Mataji. Dandavad.
We are learning from you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
We are fortunate to have Ramlala Prabhuji.
Yes.
We got very depth of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Mm.
Okay, thank you.
And
Prabhuji.
Bhagavad Gita, he knows inside out as
Yeah.
well, all the verses.
Yeah. Okay, we shall move on. I'll come back to Sita Sundari Mataji. Swarup Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna to all the dear devotees. It was such a wonderful class, Mataji. You have explained and you have covered it in such a nice way. I have nothing to add. There was such a good discussion from Ramlila Prabhuji, Indulekha Mataji, and the other devotees, and so it was a great learning session. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice to hear you, Prabhuji. Usha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I haven't listened for the Mataji's class. I joined late, but as everybody devotees reflection and everything, I heard about that. So I'm sure the Mataji did very good class, Mataji. And then maybe I try to listen and cover up for the class. But yeah, as the Ramlala Prabhu also everybody give the reflection. So I heard that. So must be had a good class, Mataji. I missed that, sorry.
I understand you were at the other one.
No, yeah, thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you did always good class, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, got Sita Sundari Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. It was
Hare Krishna.
wonderful presentation. So, and all devotees already gave reflections also according to your presentation. It's I don't have anything to add, but only I like to add one thing, that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not only rejected or about the dry renunciation. In our Prabhupada also, like he followed, in his life it was happened also, and it was happened also in our Guru Varga. I don't know, it is very confidential, but whether I should disclose or not, but it is an example. You know all His Holiness Kadambo Kanon Maharaj. So in his life, what happened? He was very he is Prabhupada's disciple. So he had lot of responsibility in Mayapur. Then he was in charge, and he was stepped even. Then he left Mayapur. He came back because he was Holland body. Then why we came to know how we came to know in short, I am telling. He mostly he had most connection with Radha Desh. So fortunately, we had also, because we were living in Belgium. So our Shiksha Guru is another Prabhupada's disciple, Her Holiness Jayabhadra Mataji. So we came to know from her that Kadambakanan Maharaj's wife was alive, but Maharaj, he had intention to serve Prabhupada more and more. His desire was so much, but and that is why he was not able to take sannyas. So what happened? His wife, like this is another kind of love, devotion towards his couple, to his like once when both Kabadambakanan Maharaj's wife was also devotee and they were working together. Their mission was to serve Prabhupada. So finally, what happened? What a sacrifice we can't imagine in our life, in our material life. Then, because she was the impediment on the way of Maharaj Sannyas life. Then she asked to be abandoned by herself. That okay, you can abandon me. This is the regulations. So then it was happened like that way. We can't imagine when we heard. I was so immature and I started to cry. So then Mataji took abandonation from her husband. Then Maharaj took sannyas. But in the other hand, it is only possible because they are greater Krishna devotee. So he abandoned his wife, but he transformed her in another way. Like he started to see her as another devotee. And when Maharaj used to come to Radha Desh, Mataji, she knew that which food is which food he likes, what is his everything, what was his palatable food or what he likes to do. She did secretly behind the curtain. She cooked. She used to cook for her. She washed all her clothes, everything. She took care of Maharaj, but in another way, she gave the service to a sannyas by rejecting, by quitting all the lust or material relationship. So we used to go to the in Holland. There is Mahaharinam during the birth of the queen. Maybe you know. At that time, it was big Harinam, and Mataji also joined, and Maharaj was there. So it's in material life, it's not possible. So, but how they dedicated themselves, they took both of them sannyas, and how they priest they sacrificed their life for the mission of Prabhupada. Even what happened, it was only possible. Why I am giving this example? Because this is the practical and real sannyas life Guru in our ISKCON Guru Varga shows. And what happened later on? She was sick. She got dementia, I heard. then Prabhu, His Holiness Kadamba Kanan Maharaj, he sent her to Vrindavan and appointed one devotee to take care of her. So, and His Holiness Kadamba Kanan Maharaj left his body also in Vrindavan and before her. I don't know now what happened, but I heard, and maybe because he is Guru Maharaj of our Swami Keshava Maharaj. So, how he left his body? All Guru Vargas, most senior Guru Vargas were like surrounded of him. Keshava Maharaj was at the last breath of himself, Maharaj, he was there. So, what an example of renunciation. So, this is really, that's why I would really wanted to share. This was an opportunity and very relevant topics that in our ISKCON Guru Varga, he showed that how we can renounce from the material desire or material relationship and how we can connect ourselves in Krishna consciousness. If the devotee association is there, everything can be happened. We can just transform one relationship to another relationship. That's all devotees. We are all devotees. At that time, we should not think about material relationship. That is what His Holiness Kadamba Maharaj did. So we should follow. I don't know. It is his very really personal life. It was. But as I know, that is, I wanted to really share because this is an example in our life. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So thank you for sharing all that. I think Janakanya Mataji would know more as well, being the disciple.
Yes, yeah. I don't think, because she is very new, and it is in fact how we came to know from Radha Desh. His Holiness Kadamba Kanan Maharaj used to live there more, and his wife was also in that temple, and Prabhupada's disciple Jayabhadra Mataji, they were very attached, and fortunately we were guided by them. That is how. So this is very confidential and private life it was, but I shared with all of you. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. I think Sita Sundar want to mention, maybe maybe I can recap very easily. Is it no one can be dear? No one can be dear. So as a wife can be as a play as a dear, or husband can be dear. So and both of them are the family life also another level. But first thing is coming from husband and wife. So that is, so we have to how to progress in the spiritual life, how to detach from material life. Both are important, and one to another is helpful, is very helping hand. Otherwise, we cannot progress in the another level, higher level. So yeah, I think recently who gave the lecture. So otherwise, we have to the life after life in the material life, in the horizontal level. So we cannot go upper level, the vertical line. So this is very important. So everyone has to take his or her responsibilities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Okay, very beautifully explained with examples and Maharajas. Okay, so our Maharajas' life stories are inspirations to all of us. Thank you so much. Okay, do we still have Pawan Prabhuji? Or is he still listening or able to speak? Okay, so still listening,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, I was driving, so I went out and then I came back. So I was listening. It was a really good session, and then on the top of that, like we say, like for a delicious cake, there's a cherry on top. So devotees spoke a lot after that and given a lot of inputs. So initially, like firstly, I would like to thank Jay Mataji for a beautiful session, and and um, and the questions as well. So it was really good, Ramlala Prabhuji. So I was about to say that as well. So when he asked questions, so that is regarding the deer. So it's because of excessive attachment. That's why it is not good. So if there's anything, if we are fully attached, so that's when everything goes towards destruction. So it's always like when we one takeaway I can take is like whenever we are getting too much attached, so that is like a red flag. So immediately know the consequences of being too much attached, and then just withdraw from that. So I can, and by attending these sessions, it's kind of keep reminding us. So somehow, due to the Maya, we forget, and if we, and also like in the session has been spoken about devotee association. So I would say that's what is helping, especially. So thank you so much for to this session.
Thank you, Prabhuji. A wonderful reflection. Again, one more point. When we are in the middle life, when we serve the devotees, automatically the karma, the sajjita karma, prarabdha karma, they will burn very quickly. So this is all Shastra says. Vina Mahat Padar Jobhishekam. It is not by Vedic studies or danas or performing yajnas like that. So one has to render service unto the devotees of the Lord. Okay, then automatically the past previous karma that will burn very quickly and easily. Okay, all Shastra says that the devotees association is important, serving the devotees. Then Vasudeva Katha. So that will sprout in the heart. Okay, so thank you so much, dear devotees, and thank you so much, Jai Vaid Mataji. Can I request all devotees kindly let me do on 3 loud Hari Bols to Jai Mataji, please?
Hari Bo.
Hari
Haribo.
Hari Bo.
Hari Bo.
Hari
Hari
Bo. Thank you,
Bo.
Mataji. Very nice class.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you all. Thank you for giving me the blessings. Thank you.
Okay, we shall move on to next Nasima Praise Mataji. If it is okay.
Yes.
You can choose anyone, leader Mataji, so we all follow.
I do it. Is that what you're saying?
You can choose or you can do it.
choose. Oh, choose.
You
Oh,
can also do it, Mataji.
okay.
Everyone follow.
Okay, I'll do it and then you all follow.
Yes, Mataji.
Vishwa. Can somebody else do it? I've got some noise. So.
Yes, choose Mataji if you want.
Swarup Prabhuji today. Why not?
Okay, Mataji. Prabhu, can you do the first bit, the Agram Viram, because I don't.
What was it? Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nృసింham Bheshanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityurnamammyaham Jai Narasimha Sri Narasimha Jai Sri Narasimha Prahaladesha Jaya Padma
Mukha Padma.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Praladoladodaine.
Prahlad
Prahlad Daine Hiranyakashipurvaksha Hiranyakashipurvaksha Shilatanka Nakhalae Shilatanka Nakhalae Tu Narsingho Parato Narsingho
Itu
Tu Narsingho Parato Narsingho
Itu
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsingho
Yato
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsingho Bahi Narsingho Hridaye Narsingho
Hridaye Narsimho.
Bahi Narsingho Hridaye Narsingho
Bahi Narsimho. Hridaye Narsimho.
Narasinghamadhim Sharanam Prapade Narasinghamadhim Sharanam Prapade Tava kara kamalavare nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhringam Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Hiranyakashipu Tanubhringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhringam Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare
जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे।
हरे
अद्भुत सिंह
ललिता
Lalita
Hiranyakashipu
Hiranyakashipu
Vrindamadrita
Harindra
Jagadish
Jagadish
Hare
Hare Jai Jagadish
Jagadish Hare
Jagadish
जय नरसिंह देव, जय नरसिंह देव, जय नरसिंह देव, जय नरसिंह देव।
Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev
जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज।
Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya
जय जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद, श्रीला प्रभुपाद, श्रीला प्रभुपाद, जय जय प्रभुपाद।
Prabhupada
Jaya
Jaya Prabhupada
जय नरसिंहदेव भगवान की
Jai
जय, जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय,
Nitai
जय
Gaur Premanande
हरि हरि बोल।
Bol.
All glories to assembled devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Shall we say 3 Hari Bols to Prabhuji as well, please? Thank you.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Thank
all
you.
the devotees,
Thank
all
you.
the devotees.
All dear devotees. Yes.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari
Hari
Bol.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare
Kalpatarubhyasya
Kripa Sindhu Vacha,
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Vaishnavebhyo
नमः।
Namo Namaha.
Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki
कोटि वैष्णव
jai.
वृंद की
Jai,
जय।
Prabhupada
श्रील
ki
प्रभुपाद
Jai,
की
jai.
जय।
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Jai
Hare
Mataji, for such a wonderful session. Hare Krishna and
Hare Krishna.
Ram Lala Prabhuji and Sita Sundari Mataji for giving such wonderful reflections made our day. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gayatri
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna
No, it was
Mataji.
very nice. It was very nice reflections. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare